Often clients will call me and ask me why, when they log into Sage 300, they get this message. Earlier processing was not completed. Use restart maintenance to see which operations stop due to errors. So this isn't really an error message. I mean, it can be, but basically it's letting you know that some process didn't complete in Sage. Now, there are a number of reasons this could happen. One is you're doing an import and it runs into a problem, maybe an invalid GL account, or the vendor is wrong, or just something doesn't pass the validation test during the import. So what happens is the system actually creates a little bookmark and it remembers where it left off. Another common one is if you're on a check printing screen where you see the list of checks and for whatever reason you realize you're not ready to print and you close that window, it's going to say not all checks have been created. Do you or printed? Do you want to cancel the check run, voiding previously printed checks? People say no because they think it's going to delete the batch or something like that. It won't. What is going to happen if you do answer that question with no is it's going to come off your batch with a status check creation process. And then the only thing you can do is go back and print your checks and complete the check run or open that window up, close it, and answer the question with a yes. So in this example, we're going to go and find out why we have restart. It tells you exactly what to do. Now, I believe you have to be logged in as admin in order to view restart maintenance. So you would need to get the user who has admin rights to check this out. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. So in this database, I'm going to go into administrative services. Let me make this bigger here. There we go. Administrative services. So that's here. And then I'm going to go to restart maintenance. And then we're going to click on that. Here is a the first example I gave you. So on February 6th, there was an import. It shows you the file name. It tells us where it terminated the import in this example at record one, so it didn't get stored. It tells you the user ID, user ID in this example. So I'm just going to scroll through. Here's the sample data import. So it also shows you the database ID. So right now I'm in database ID PJRF. You can see in the title bar here, this restart record goes with the SAM Inc., which in this environment is a test database. So anyway, you can scroll through. You can see a lot of these are SAM Inc., but there are a lot of them in the production database too. And you can see they're all import problems. So let's see how to avoid that when you're doing an import. So this was an invoice batch that got terminated. So I'm just going to open up an invoice batch here. I'll just open this one. And I'm not actually going to import, but when I go File, Import, I'm going to get a message. You've got restart records. So you've got one, two, three, right here. So what happens is people usually just click on Continue. And that doesn't clear the restart record. It lets you finish whatever it is you're doing, but you're going to have this restart record indefinitely. So if I hit continue, it's just going to leave it there. If I hit restart, it's going to look at the file you were importing. It's going to know where it left off. It's going to start there. So if you're importing a batch of invoices and there's 15 of them, and it runs into an invalid account number or vendor ID or something at record 7, then you've already got 7 invoices imported. So if I click on restart here, it's going to take up where it left off, finish the import, and delete the restart record. If you want to just start over, then the correct thing to do is to delete the restart record and then hit continue. In this example, there's a whole lot of restart records. I could go into administrative services and scroll through and delete them all one by one, but I'm just going to delete them all here. So I can delete a number of times, and then I can continue and do whatever it is that I'm working on. So now, this is next time I log into this database. Company, I'm going to type in the password. I'm not going to get that nag anymore. Yes, I am. So it looks like it's not there. So let's find out why. So I'm going to restart maintenance. See what it was. Okay. See. There's still a bunch. Still 3. So, I'm not really sure where this is. Let's just check our AP invoices again. So sometimes you have to figure out where that restart record was. Maybe it's a check, maybe an AP payment batch, might be a general ledger journal entry. Okay, it's not in invoices because I got rid of all of those. So let's see if it's a payment entry. So are there any, we'll use this one as an example. And I'm going to click File, Import, see if we got any restart records, not in AP Payments. So where else might be? Maybe General Ledger. So unfortunately, in the restart maintenance, it doesn't actually tell you where the problem is either. I'm just going to go into restart maintenance and I'm just going to delete these restart records. So back to restart maintenance, scrolling to the first one, I'm going to delete it. And then the next one. So we're still in the production database. And again, you always want to read these, make sure that you're not deleting some other kind of restart record, like during posting. You would never want to do that. You want to actually go and finish the posting. Now we're into standing, which is test database, so we can do that from that database. So that's how to handle restart records and research them and figure out what you need to do not to have those build up in your system. This is Carol Oppenheim with ADSS Global in Baltimore, Maryland. Thank you so much for watching.